But the thing that made me a fan of a particular brand was the TS 520 by Kenwood.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I must have owned 5 of those. Every time I sold off one,
You had to buy another one.
I went to a ham fest, bought another used
Right.
one. That happened to me 5 times. It's like being married 5 times. Hey, welcome again, everybody, to Ham Radio Perspectives, where we never lie. That's not to say we always tell the truth, but the truth is, Tom, we are together right here in the sunny state of Florida. Well, I noticed on the signs they call it the free state.
Right. The free state. Right.
What are you free from?
We're free from tyranny.
Okay, so no tyranny on this one. And here we are today to talk about a very interesting topic, and that is, why do hams have favorite ham radio equipment? Favorite equipment. Now, I'm not going to tell you what my brand is, but there is brand loyalty, is there not?
Oh, absolutely.
There's super brand loyalty. It reminds me of my old man was a super Chevy guy. He loved Chevys until his 1952 Chevy really died. Something went wrong with the engine and it was totaled. And so then he bought a Ford and that fell apart. He never became a fan of any brand again. And I think the same thing happens particularly with that night kit T150.
The one you bought?
The transceiver that was bogus that you sold me.
Right.
After that, I never wanted a night kit again, even though we have a night kit in our logo for the channel. So hams are brand oriented, Tom. What's your favorite brand and how did that come about?
Well, up to recently, my favorite brand has been Kenwood. And that came about because back in the 70s when I was a stereophile, which is why I'm deaf now, I bought a Kenwood receiver. I think it was a model K4070s, 70 watts per channel, big speakers, the whole bit.
Oh, wow.
And I had that, and I still have that. And I bought that in like 1978. This is 2025. I still have it. For the last 20 years, I had it outside in a covered porch. And all the elements, and the thing still works. So that sold me on the Kenwood brand. And I've had all the hybrids. I've currently got a TS430 that is slowly being replaced by another brand that you probably like. But I've stuck with Kenwood ever since then because I just found them reliable, well built, and in the case of the hybrids, very heavy, which brings us back to our early days in ham radio where they were all really heavy.
I think back the early days in the 60s when we got our licenses, I was really into Hammerland. I loved Hammerland equipment.
Right. Heavy
stuff, tube stuff, vacuum tube, but it worked well, it was reliable. There was a repair shop there in Chicago for Hammerland, and it had everything going for it. And then I tried all kinds of other brands too. I got into Heathkit, I got into transceivers, I got a Swan transceiver and all. But the thing that made me a fan of a particular brand was the TS 520 by Kenwood.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I must have owned 5 of those. Every time I sold off one,
you had to buy another one.
I went to a ham fest, bought another used one. That happened to me 5 times. It's like being married 5 times and divorced each time. And you say, no, that's the same woman. I got to have her back. I got to have her back. Looks the same, right? So I became a huge Kenwood fan up until more recently, ICOM, which I always thought they looked chintzy. ICOM. Yeah. They really looked chintzy. Poor design, or we can get nasty notes on that. But Kenwood seemed to me to be the closest you could get to the kind of look and feel, the classic look and feel of Collins gear.
True.
And so when the ICOM 7300 came out and everybody was buying one, and it had, the band scope and all, I thought, okay, I'll try it. And I'm sold on the IC 7300. But I'm not sold yet on ICOM.
Why is that?
Because I then upgraded to a 7610. That has 2 receivers and all. It's sort of the super duper 7300. And it became one of these things where there's so many buttons and sub buttons and everything else. I sent it back.
Really?
I didn't want it. Yep. So the 7300 as an ICOM is my favorite rig right now. But I did have along the way there too a Kenwood TS520SG, which I liked as well.
Right.
But it didn't have the band scope, and also I did sell it off.
Too bad.
So we're both Kenwood aficionados.
Right. But I remember in the past, I don't know, was it before or after Kenwood? You were quite the 10-tech guy.
I loved 10-tech for a while.
I think you had every 10-tech transceiver they made.
Yeah, I liked 10-tech a lot. That became a bit of a service issue. American company, though. I liked American made. And I liked the old ones that had the PTOs, but the problem was you had to get in there and replace those every so often. And you needed 4 hands, and you could only fit 2 hands in there.
Right.
So it was a problem. And of course, 10-tech has not had the best of times. So I think the hams are brand loyal. I don't think it's entirely rational. It has to do with personal experience, like with cars or other pieces of technology. But in the end, we're both into Kenwood and still fans of Kenwood. And I'm hoping that Kenwood will come out with something that'll blow away the IC 7300. That's what I dream about.
I think Kenwood is too much concerned now with the commercial market than they are with the ham radios.
Yeah, probably true.
Let's face it, we're kind of like one of those orphan red-headed stepchilds.
Yeah.
In the greater realm of communication equipment. So I think Kenwood, they haven't released anything since, the last 10, 12 years?
They had one rig in there, I think. You're talking about HF.
Yes.
HF, yeah. So think about it, gang. Are you addicted to a particular brand? Do you like a brand? Is there any reason for enjoying that brand more than others? It's a good question, we think. And it's actually part of the fun of ham radio because you can get together and you can argue about which brand is better, when in fact they all break down sooner or later.
Right. I still have a fond place in my heart for my National NC3.
That was a piece of junk. a pure piece of junk. You got snookered on that, just like I got snookered on that night kit that you sold me.
Well, I sold you the T150 to buy it.
Okay.
So neither one of us made out on that
Yeah,
deal.
right. So in any case, gang, thanks for watching again. Ham Radio Perspectives. I'm Quinn, K8QS.
I'm Tom, WA9TDD.
And we got some more videos coming up that you're going to find very, very interesting, challenging the standard convention of the way people think in ham radio, because we are unconventional. Here under this, what kind of tree is this?
This is a sea grape.
A sea grape right here.
Charlotte Harbor.
Charlotte Harbor, and there's the river out there. It's a grand place to be. Thanks for joining us here, and if you're up north, all we can say is sorry. Keep tuning.